Good Sunday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, which is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, here it is, the last day of April. Last day of April. Tomorrow, I heard somebody say, it's going to be May the 1st, and it's going to be kind of the coolest start to May we have seen in a long time. We've got a chillier pattern that's coming in here, and we're still looking at some clouds in a few places. Most of the clouds have pretty much cleared away, but there's still a possibility we could even see a shower today. So weather stick is still green instead of blue today. But you see the cold front just back to the west of us. That's what's going to bring us a chance of a shower or two this afternoon across the area. Thicker clouds out in eastern Kentucky and eastern Tennessee. Some low clouds scattered about our area this morning. But the main, I guess the main thing to take away from today is the wind. We're going to have a breezy day as that cold front begins to come through. And already this morning I can hear we've got several wind chimes that are outside the house here, and I can hear them already kind of going a little bit this morning occasionally. So we've got a little bit of a breeze even this morning that's coming in from the west and northwest, and that breeze is going to be fairly persistent today, along with that still chance of a shower across the area as we go through the afternoons. That front just kind of slides through the area. Here's a look at the 10-day model blender. Excuse me. Wow, that just like, whing, it just came out of nowhere. Whew. All right. Changes are, yesterday, yeah, I had a lot of this trying to clear the throat, and then the sneeze, and then the little bit of cough. It's just allergies. Anyway, pardon me. Here we go. 60s, low 60s today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. Coolish-ish, not frosty cold, as you see down in the low temperature column, the second column there with the lows in the 40s. Yeah, there may be a couple of spots that get into the upper 30s the next few nights, but I don't foresee any frost coming out of this. Then we finally start to warm up back into the 70s, and look at that. By the middle of not this week, but the next week, we'll be coming back into the 80s as we warm things up. Somebody posted yesterday, this was strawberry winter. I've never heard of strawberry. I've heard of blackberry. And that they said there's one more little winter to come. I don't know. But we'll be talking about Derby weekend next weekend, right? Or is it this? No, it's not this week. It's the next weekend. First Saturday in May, May 6th. So, yeah. So it looks like we'll be at least by then in the mid-70s. So there you go. All right. We'll see how all that shakes out. Anyway, here's a look at the Kentucky Mesonet this morning with the current temperatures as of almost 5:30 as I record this podcast. Temperatures are still mild-ish, especially in the eastern part of the state. You can tell a cold front is coming through. That cold front I showed you on the radar back to the west, it has cooled temperatures down into some cases low to mid 40s, while ahead of the front and where there's clouds, temperatures are in the 50s this morning. So it is a mild start, but once that wind starts to pick up out of the west, northwest, it'll start to feel cooler. Right now, winds are out of the northwest at 10. Occasionally, we get a gust to 15. So here in Bowling Green, according to the Kentucky Mesonet. So like I said, it's already a bit breezy on this Sunday morning as you get out maybe to go to church or wherever you're going to go this morning. Here's a look at the model map, and I'll be able to show you that next chance of showers that's going to come through with the cold front and that punch of cooler air. You can see it there, very well defined, wrapping around that low pressure system at 993 millibar. And then you have another one that's at 994, just a tad weaker over South Carolina this morning, that's causing all the showers and some thunderstorms and even some stronger storms out that direction. But this is that cooler air that is coming in for today, tomorrow, and even a little bit of Tuesday. As you saw in the 10-day blender, it's going to be cool-ish, running about 10, sometimes even 15 degrees below the average, which is 75. We should be at 75 for a high temperature. We're only going to be in the low 60s for the next few days because of that lobe there you see, and that dip in the jet stream, that trough. Yesterday, by the way, the high was 68, the average 75. So we were 7 degrees cooler than average yesterday. And we picked up 7/100ths of an inch of rain at the Bowling Green Airport. Put this into motion, you'll see how this lobe of colder air swings through. And here we go this afternoon with that possibility that you see of some showers that'll try to get going right here over the Ohio Valley as that colder air tries to undercut the warmer air that's been in place and starts to cause these what we call instability showers. And that's where the sun may come out just long enough to do a little heating. And as the winds cut in from the northwest, breezy at times, you get an opening there where you can get a shower and possibly even a thunderstorm, although that's not going to be, they're not going to be everywhere. These will be little spotty scattered showers that pop up during the day and into the afternoon, and then they'll pretty much go away as we get into this evening. Here we go with that cooler air coming in for tonight as temperatures drop into the 40s, low 40s. There could even be some upper 30s, a little bit into northern Kentucky with that west-northwesterly flow. But look how far south this thing dips into Tennessee and the Virginias and the Carolinas. That's some much colder air that's sinking southward. And don't look for any kind of a warm up tomorrow either. Here we go into Monday. And look at the breezy. Look at the isobars here, tight. See how tight those little lines are, like that. That's the wind. That's different lines of equal pressure. So the tighter that they are, the stronger that the winds will be. And I know we've had enough wind to last us for years to come, but I'm telling you, with those pressure gradients and the equal lines of pressure and the isobars all tightly packed like that, it's like forcing a big wind to go into a tunnel and just push its way through. It's going to gain momentum. It's going to gain force, inertia, all of that. It's just going to force those winds to really blow through here, not only today, but tomorrow and even a little bit on Tuesday. So just get ready for you that do outside work, farming, construction, all of that, truck driving. It's going to be a west wind, pretty persistent, 10 to 15 at times, sustained wind, and then you go 15 to 25, even up to 30 plus gusts at times. So it's not going to be the winds that we had in March, but it's going to be breezy. And for the next 3 days, at least, it is going to be breezy while that trough just sits right on top of us, as you see it right there. So here we go, Monday. We go into Tuesday. There's some wraparound moisture, but notice we're finally starting to see some retreat of that low pressure system that's over the Great Lakes and just sitting there. Look at that, 986. That's a pretty deep low. And that's why we have, excuse me, all these tight, look, the tight lines are still there as we go late Monday into Tuesday. It's still going to be breezy, but at least we won't have any rain to deal with. And then we finally see a big warm up that is going to come our direction. it'll start to force, once this low starts to weaken and move off to the northeast, we'll finally get rid of that as we get into the middle part of the week, and things will begin to slowly warm up as we get into the middle part of the week ahead. And then that's when we'll start to see upper 60s, low 70s, and then we'll continue to warm up from there. Let's take a look at the surface map real quick before I go and let you see what's coming over the next 7 days as far as the fronts and all of that. You can see the front that's over us this morning. Temperatures a little bit cooler already in the western part of the state, but there still may be a shower, as you see here, and even painted in just enough of that little bit of instability that I talked about. There could be just enough sun breaking through the clouds at times. It'll be like sun's out, then it's back in the clouds. Sun's out, back in the clouds. Just that off and on, back and forth, enough to force a little bit of instability so that you may get a thunderstorm. And some of those thunderstorms with the colder air on top, because we do have colder air coming in, uh, it might even produce a little bit of hail with some of these, but they're not going to be severe. Um, this would be where you get a little bit of grapple or even just a piece of ice or two that falls, to very small. It's not going to be big hail if it does happen. But then into the afternoon and evening, this thing begins to calm down, but the winds do not. The winds will still be breezy even tonight. There's a little little shortwave trough disturbance swinging around that persistent low pressure system that is over the Great Lakes. So we're still going to stay kind of partly cloudy, even overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning. Some energy still squeezing out some light rain into central and southern Indiana, Ohio, and I would say even central and eastern Kentucky tomorrow. We'll still see some leftover showers. We'll see some clouds with the sunshine. It'll still be breezy tomorrow into Tuesday, and then into Wednesday. That thing finally moves out and the winds relax. And here we go into Thursday with the next system trying to move in from the west. It's a warm front, so you know what that means. We're going to get a little bit of rain by Thursday night into Friday, but it'll be much warmer. That's when we start to see the 70s coming back into Thursday, Friday, and then into Saturday. We'll still see maybe a chance of a shower, but it'll be much warmer. It is going to warm up. But the next 3 days, cool and breezy. Today's high, low 60s with that chance of showers. Okay, enjoy your Sunday. Thanks for watching the podcast as always. God bless you. Have a great day, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.